Hello and welcome to the Achievement Masterclass Mental Upgrades website. My name's Chesmark. I'm a certified hypnotist and a certified NLP or neuro-linguistic programming practitioner. Hypnosis is a very powerful tool that can help you to become the best version of you. But what actually is hypnosis? Well, in this short video, we're going to talk about what hypnosis is and also what hypnosis is not. And then how it works and why it works to get rid of bad habits or to install new good habits. Let me start by telling you what hypnosis is not. Hypnosis is not voodoo, witchcraft, or some kind of black magic. Actually, hypnosis is a completely natural state of mind that most people go in and out of several times every single day. So let me give you an example. If you've ever been working on a project at home, something you're really into and you're really focused on it, and all of a sudden you look up at the clock and you notice that time has flown by. That's because you were so focused that you had put yourself into a light form of a hypnotic trance. Hypnosis can be defined as the ability to follow suggestion without conscious intent. Hypnosis has been used to help people get rid of fears and phobias, lose weight, quit smoking, boost their self-esteem, get rid of stress, cure anxiety, and it's even used sometimes as a natural anesthetic for surgery and childbirth. Now, having performed hypnosis for so many years, I often get a lot of the same types of questions from people, so I'd like to address those now. The most common question that I get is, when I get hypnotized, am I going to be passed out? And the answer is no. You're not passed out. You're not even asleep. You're there. You're completely aware of what's going on and you are conscious. It's just that you're extremely relaxed and extremely focused. The second most common question that I get is, what if I get hypnotized and then I don't wake up? What if I get stuck? Well, I've got some good news. It is scientifically impossible to get stuck in hypnosis. It just can't happen. I've hypnotized thousands of people across the globe, and every single person that I've ever hypnotized woke up at the end with no problem. The third most common question is, in order to be hypnotized, don't you have to be weak-willed? And here's the interesting thing. Actually, the opposite is true. It's been scientifically proven that in order to make a great hypnotic subject, you need to have a strong will as well as an average or above average level of intelligence. The reason for that is you have to be able to focus your attention for an extended period of time. The fourth common question is, I don't think I can be hypnotized. Can anybody be hypnotized? And the answer is yes. And here's why. All of us go in and out of hypnosis, and some studies show that we go in and out of states of hypnosis every day about 1,000 times a day. So you might be thinking right now, yeah, but I don't remember ever being hypnotized 1,000 times a day especially. And that's because hypnosis doesn't feel like anything. Here's an example of when you probably were hypnotized but didn't realize it. If you've ever been driving in your car and for some reason you're driving along the same route that you take often, and for some reason you go right past your exit and all of a sudden you just turn and you go, oh no, why did I do that? That's because you were in a light state of hypnosis. And let me explain why. When you drive your car, most of the time you're driving consciously. You're completely conscious and aware of what's happening around you. However, if you're driving and your conscious mind is busy thinking about other things like the conversation you had earlier in the day or what you're going to do later on, and you're completely focused on that thought, what happens is your subconscious mind will take over driving the car in order to keep you safe, because that's the job of the subconscious mind, to keep you safe and keep you alive. The difference is, while your subconscious mind knows how to drive the car to keep you safe, it doesn't know where you want to go. So it just keeps driving and goes right past the exit. The fifth question I get is hypnosis a form of mind control? And no, it's not. Hypnosis is only a tool that allows you to have access to the most powerful part of your mind. And the most powerful part of your mind is your subconscious mind. And the sixth question I get all the time is, how long will it take for hypnosis to show change in me? And that answer actually differs depending on the person. Some of my hypnosis products are only 10 minutes long, while others are 30 minutes. There are some people who can listen to the 10-minute session one time and they will experience the changes that they were trying to achieve, while another person might have to listen to a longer hypnosis session and they might have to listen to it time and again. Sometimes it'll take up to 21 days in a row before it takes an effect in certain people. So you just never know until you give it a shot. The seventh question I get is, hey, I like to listen to audio books when I'm driving in my car. Can I listen to your hypnosis downloads while I drive in the car? And the answer is definitely not. You never want to listen to hypnosis while you're driving a car or operating any kind of heavy machinery. You only want to listen to these when you can be completely relaxed and you don't have to worry about doing anything else, because you will become so mentally and physically relaxed that driving simply wouldn't be an option. So never listen while you're driving. Okay, now we're going to talk about how hypnosis can help you make changes in your life. The first thing that we're going to talk about is changing habits, both good habits or installing good habits and getting rid of negative, unwanted habits. And here's the thing, habits exist in our subconscious mind. So I want you to think of it like this. This is our subconscious mind over here. This is going to be the conscious mind. The subconscious mind is much more powerful than the conscious mind. In other words, at the end of the day, whatever thoughts are in the subconscious mind are going to win out over the thoughts in the conscious mind because of the power. And since habits exist in the subconscious mind, we need to find a way to get into that part of the mind in order to make the changes that we want to see. The challenge is this. Our subconscious minds operate the way that they do because of our entire existence. Your thoughts, your beliefs about yourself, and your habits exist in here, and they were created over time, starting from when you were a small child. Now, to make changes to that is not a simple thing, and here's why. In hypnosis, we have a thing to explain this called the critical factor. Basically, the critical factor is this. Here's the conscious mind, here's the subconscious mind. In order to protect your subconscious mind from being changed all of the time, for example, if you are always open to suggestion all the time, every single commercial on television that you saw would instantly urge you to go out and buy the product. But it doesn't work that way. That's why you see commercials over and over and over again. Because you have this thing protecting your subconscious mind that in hypnosis we call the critical factor. Think of the critical factor as a barrier or a fence, a protective barrier, protecting the subconscious mind from unwanted information. So for example, let's say that consciously I decide that I'm going to start eating only vegetables this week. But my subconscious mind is a meat eater, okay? So I'm thinking I'm only going to eat vegetables. I want to put that message over here, so I'm thinking I'm going to eat vegetables. I'm going to eat vegetables. As soon as I see a burger, this part of my mind starts telling me that I'm hungry and I need to eat that. So who's going to win this battle? 9 times out of 10, the subconscious mind will win, and I'll end up doing something like, I'll just have one bite, or I'll start the vegetable thing tomorrow, right? The subconscious mind will always win in the end. And that's because we're unable to get this idea into the subconscious mind because of that critical factor. Now, there are 3 ways that we can get information purposely from here into here through the critical factor. The first way is through immense repetition. By sending the same message over and over and over again, by using, for example, affirmations, saying the same thing, I am confident, over and over and over again for days, weeks, months, maybe even years. Eventually, that'll get through the barrier and change this into believing that you are confident. That's the long, slow way to do it. The fastest way to do it is by experiencing some sort of trauma. For example, if something happens to you Usually it's negative. That's the problem with trauma. If you have a negative experience, for example, let's say as a child you get bit by a dog. When that happens, when you're in that fear state, the critical factor goes down. You got bit by the dog, the fear of dogs is now embedded in your subconscious mind, and this goes back up. And that fear or phobia is locked into here until you change it. Now that being said, there's another way without using immense repetition and without using trauma, which I don't even know how we would do that. We can use hypnosis. And here's why hypnosis works to make these changes in the subconscious mind. When you are in a hypnotic state, the critical factor of this barrier wall is lowered, which allows the suggestions you're given while in that state to go directly into the subconscious mind. Then, when you're awoken at the end, the critical factor goes back up, and those new thoughts or beliefs about yourself are now locked inside of the subconscious mind. Now, if you consciously, for example, if we put this down and we told you that you are a healthier person, you make healthier food choices, you enjoy exercising and you don't skip workout days, if that's in the subconscious mind and the critical factors back up, now the next time you consciously say, I'm going to eat healthy today and I'm going to work out, your subconscious mind is going to say, yes, you are, and that is what you're going to do. So now that you know how hypnosis works, what can you use hypnosis for? Well, here are just a few examples. You can use hypnosis to raise your self-confidence, like we talked about. You can use hypnosis to help you choose healthier foods when you eat. Now, it's a common misconception that hypnosis, for example, can make you lose weight all by itself. You can't just think, I'm going to be fit and trim, and then you become fit and trim. It doesn't work like that. The way it works is you hypnotize yourself to change your actual behaviors. And if you know what behaviors will give you the results that you want, if your goal is to lose weight, for example, and become a lean, fit, healthy version of you, what are the actions that you need to do to become that person? Well, it's to exercise, it's to eat healthier, correct? So you're going to embed those suggestions into the subconscious mind. So you're not losing weight just because of hypnosis. You're losing weight because you're hypnotized and you change your thinking to think like the fit, healthy version of you. And you take the same actions that the fit, healthier version of you would take. And the end result is, you guessed it, a fit, healthier version of you. Now, this applies to almost any area, including getting rid of fears and phobias, boosting your self-esteem, getting rid of stress, getting rid of anxiety, overcoming the fear of public speaking, and reaching your biggest goals. Now, we also have a product called Banish Insomnia, and I want to explain a little bit how this one is different from the rest of the products. And here's why. With most of the hypnosis downloads on this website, you go through an induction, which relaxes your mind and your body completely. Then you get hypnotized. We put you into a trance-like state, and then I'll give you the suggestions that you need that go along with whatever it is, reducing stress, losing weight, quitting smoking. I give you those suggestions, and then I wake you up, bringing up the critical factor. The difference in the Banish Insomnia, this is designed solely to put you to sleep. And since the induction part of hypnosis relaxes your mind as well as your body completely, it's the perfect tie-in to put you to sleep. So the Banish Insomnia one has the induction, it has suggestions to help you fall asleep and keep you asleep through the night, but then it doesn't wake you up at the end. It allows you to wake up naturally in the morning, or when your alarm goes off if you have to get up for work. Now, I want to talk about one more thing. Some people are afraid that if they get hypnotized and they're at home, let's say you're alone and you're hypnotized listening to one of my programs, what happens if there's an emergency in your house? What if there was a fire, for example? Well, here's the thing. Under hypnosis, you are aware of your surroundings. So if an alarm went off or you smelled smoke, you would simply snap yourself out of it and go and take care of that emergency. So you don't have to worry about sleeping through something that you need to get up for. It just doesn't work that way. So there you go. There's a little bit about why hypnosis works and how it works and what it is and what it is not. So if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to write me an email. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. In the meantime, check out the products page and see if there's anything on there that can help you to become the better, improved version of yourself. My name's Chad Chesmark, and I'll see you on the inside. Thank you so much.